Are we playing as Daisy? Yes, we are.
Sure are, and we'll go with the pipe frame. Time for the Star Cup. DK Pass from Mario Kart Wii. Starview Peak, which I believe is an original track.
It is, yeah.
Sky High Sunday, which is from both Mario Kart Tour and the Booster Course Pass for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then Warriors Galleon, which I believe is from 7.
Yes, it is, and that was also in Tour.
God, what was it in Tour? Let's be honest.
True, like it's like Tour is a bit of a blind spot for me because I just don't care for mobile games. Like I think I played like Tour for like maybe 5 minutes and just kind of didn't get on with the touchscreen shit. When they started putting stuff into 8, that was when I was like, actually, this game is pretty packed.
Yeah, alright, I see your game, Tour. I wasn't familiar with it before, but I am now.
It's like the mobile phone slot kits actually had this much stuff to work with. Cool.
This is the fucking course where they just drove across that snowbank on the right. Ooh, I'm seething. But it's the snow, so it will cool me down.
Probably not a good idea to drive this fast when it's icy around, but alas.
Right, it's Mario snow. It's different to ours, alright?
Well, I mean, like, Mario physics in general are kind of fucked up. I think we've had many years to get used to that fact.
Given our talk about Mario and Sonic, I don't know if it's best for us to try and talk shit on Mario's physics, mate.
I mean, Sonic's physics are flawless. Nothing has ever gone wrong there.
Oh, God. Did you know some people have taken to calling Sonic Rumble Sonic Fumble?
I kind of forgot that game existed, but okay. That's like the Fall Guys clone, isn't it?
It is, and some people have been playing it since it fucking launched in, like, early access. But they still keep putting out tweets as if everyone can access it. We can't! We can't!
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that kind of gameplay style has never really been my thing, but I feel like if they actually manage to polish it up and get it out there, like, I can see it doing well with kids.
And they've already released another one called Sonic Blitz, which everyone wanted to be a fighting game. Surprise, it turned out to be a gacha.
Of course. You can't really complain about that when you're basically single-handedly funding the fucking Sonic Forces one. Come on now.
I stopped playing that like a couple of years ago, mate.
Oh, thank Christ. I just remember there was this phase when it's like you would constantly be like, oh, I want to get this new costume they put out.
Now, don't worry. Now it's Pokemon TCG Pocket and Dragon Ball Legends.
Goody, is that an improvement? Am I meant to be happier about this?
The gameplay is more fun overall. The racing in Forces Mobile, very repetitive. Anywho, this is DK Pass. It was kind of like a snowy variant of, what was it, Mount DK or whatever it was called in Double Dash. Between the two, I prefer its less snowy variant, but this one is pretty cool, especially the world version.
This, I do like this one. This one, it's not a new one. It's been in DS7 and Tour. So it's kind of been around a bit, but still, it is a good track, so I don't really mind.
Don't you fucking even think about pipping me to the post here.
Oh, they are thinking about it. They've got all their paperwork out, picking out the best approach to doing it.
No!
Look there, they did it!
Oh my god. Oh my god!
That's just a universal thing on that turn, I'm sure of it.
Okay, so we have established that Rosalina is our rival for this cup. I will destroy her. And I won't be the first one to want to destroy Rosalina, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, Marietta Plummer, we know about your projection.
Yeah, enough about that. Alright, time for something I think is a little bit based on Rosalina's Ice World from 7, but this one is infinitely better, both aesthetically and racing-wise.
It has a better camera, I can say that much.
And B is driving a go-kart!
Somehow!
Do you think it dies when the race is over?
I don't know. I just know that we had a very uncomfortable moment climbing on its queen's body in Galaxy.
Yeah, you call it uncomfortable. I call it physics of a new generation.
Okay, well, I'm not saying that I'm gonna kink shame, but I might.
Some kinks should be shamed, especially if they involve bees. I'm just saying it now.
Not the worst thing people have done with bees, but yeah.
Yeah, anywho, what do you think of this track, mate? Because I'm the one racing it, you're just along for the ride right now.
Well, this part in particular makes me think of that one level from the Winter Olympics game, which
yes.
The less said the better. God damn it, Kingbo. But when we actually get to the track itself, it's probably one of the most beautiful looking tracks in the game.
Very much so. We have a full playthrough, by the way, if I can get past my voice breaking, of Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games DS Adventure Tours mode. Yes, that is its full title.
Well, actually, its full title is Olympic Winter Games, or as the guy pronounces it, Olympic Winter Games.
It's okay. He's too busy marking out at Mario and Sonic being together in a game.
Well, I mean, that wasn't even the first one, dude. Like, calm yourself down.
Really?
This is an original track, but this part here is very clearly lifted from Ice Ice Outpost, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I can see it, actually, with the thing on top and the thing running alongside it on the bottom.
It's the same colour scheme, which is the part that stands out, because this is kind of an unusual colour scheme to use for anything that's not a Jazz Cup in the 90s.
For sure. And then we get like this literal Star Road sort of river, which is gorgeous.
It's absolutely beautiful to look at, yeah. I will say it's kind of a shame that it's the water physics, because how do you feel about the water controls in this game?
You bounce around a little bit, but it'll never be as, like, interesting to control as it was in Diddy Kong Racing, so I'm fine.
The thing that immediately comes to mind for me is All Stars Racing Transformed, and it has the same kind of problem where it feels like it's just a more awkwardly controlling version of the like ground control. It's not like the flight where you're doing your own thing there, a separate thing. It does just feel like, can I get back to the road now, please?
I can see where you're coming from, but you won't have to worry about water now because we're going up into the sky.
But there'll be more water coming back. That is one of the mechanics from 8 that I think it's a shame didn't get carried across, the fact that you could go underwater in that. Because like that just felt like a more interesting way to use the water.
I guess, like, if we had that plus the ability to, like, go on top of the waves, that would be cool.
I feel like with the structure, like especially when you're in the free racing, you can kind of go anywhere in the world. You kind of had to pick one or the other, and going on top makes the rest of the world more accessible.
Right, yeah.
They don't have to build bridges across anything, they can just let you skim across the water. The thing is, while it would be cool to have everything, there is also such thing as feature bloat, and if you overcomplicate the game, then it does become that bit less accessible, and it does become that bit less obvious as to what the game's asking for you at certain points in the course. So like, it's kind of an unfortunate trade-off, but like, if we're directly comparing the two mechanics, I did prefer the like 7 and 8 one.
Fair enough, mate, fair enough. I will say, as good as Mario Kart World is, it still has a long way to go, especially to keep up with 8 Deluxe, which is just natural. That was like the most feature-rich Mario Kart game released before this one, and it's still accessible because it's a Switch game, so you can keep playing it until the Switch servers go down. Oh my god!
Yeah, you didn't have much chance to respond there.
And also, let's have a look. Oh hell yeah, I love this outfit. Daisy has some amazing outfits.
They're actually giving her a bit of proper attention now, rather than just treating her as a peach-tree colour like she has been through most of the series.
And B, like I was saying, as good as World is, there are still some weird omissions, like in the open world mode, there isn't a way to like track how many things you've collected. It will show you like which of the question mark block icons you've run over for each area, but if you're going after the the exclamation mark thingamabobs, the switches, the mission switches, that's the one. It doesn't really tend to, like, tag those.
Yeah, which it does feel like a bit of an oversight, because, like, the thing with the open world area is that a lot of people are going to want to go around and complete everything. So, you kind of, when you get toward the end, when you've done most of them, you're going to run into that frustration of, like, the next one could be literally anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that kind of gets patched in later down the line. Because, like, this game, it's great, but it has teething problems.
It does, yeah, and I think that's fine to say, because right now, it is a perfect middle-of-the-road, maybe even upper-middle Mario Kart game, but it could be better, Pedro Pascal holding out his hand to the television, not Jeff.
I will say, like, I know that there's going to be a lot of inevitable comparisons to 8, given where it was. As it stands, as a launch game for a system, this is an incredibly strong game, and I think in that context, I do like it a lot. But it does still have a lot of space to grow. Yeah,
I think in the long run, they made the best decision making this the launch title instead of DK Bonanza.
I think that having the multiplayer game up front was a good idea, because it's multiplayer games that most people will get more mileage from. Because, like, you know, even now that Bonanza's out and people are playing that, it's like they're gonna still want to play this with their friends alongside it. So, you know, it's still got that appeal. It's still got that extra life to it that a single-player game maybe wouldn't. And like Switch 2's launch lineup, it's kind of hard to gauge how I feel about it, because it ultimately comes down to whether you consider the Switch 2 versions to, like, count as port releases or not.
Yeah.
Because it's like either a almost empty launch lineup, or it's a launch lineup with like 15 fucking high quality games that launch on it.
Really, yeah.
That is something that I am glad Nintendo did decide to go out of their way to clean things up, because, you know, I was one of the biggest complainers about the Switch being underpowered during its day.
Right.
And I feel like that did hold back a lot of the first-party games. Because, like, in an era where most big new releases are, like, they're comfortably putting out 4K 60 base level, it did feel like a step back to then play a Switch game and it suddenly not be that. And I do appreciate that they took the time and put the care in, from what I've seen from the quality of these re-releases and these Switch, like Nintendo Switch 2 editions, to actually make them competitive in terms of their specs.
For sure. Sorry, I'm just focusing here, because Rosalina has been a beast throughout this entire run.
There's a lot of stuff here that wants to slow you down, isn't there?
Oh yes, that'll do nicely. Thank you. I will just keep this on me.
That's one of the changes that 8 made that kind of made the triple shells more difficult to use, because it's not your safe defense like it used to be.
Well, that's one
nearly lost again from the same way.
Ooh. Although, to be honest, I think even if she took first place there, I still would have won.
You had a much safer margin there, yeah.
If we both tied, I think that counts as me winning.
I can't remember with this game, because some games are generous like that, some games aren't.
Such is the cruel world of Mario's Kart.
I think Sonic Shuffle is one of the main ones, and that's one of the first times in my childhood I realised that life can be very unfair.
Yep, it had to be with a Sonic game, didn't it?
Well, every milestone of my life has been related to Sonic one way or another. Come on, I have nothing else going for me.
There we are, in first place by the skin of our teeth.
Rosalina wearing that dress on that track is aesthetic as fuck.
Very much so, mate, very much so. There we go. Looks like a goddamn treasure from Ristar. Alright, next track coming up. Hell yeah, don't give me those eyes.